think, oh, it's taking a little time. Technology. We want it to work super quickly, but.
It is now streaming live on Facebook. So that's what it says here.
Yes.
Yep. I think we are officially live. Yeah, we are live. All right, cool. All right. So let me shut off the sound in my Facebook so I know we're good there. Okay, cool. We're live. All right, cool. All right, and we're recording. We are all set. Technology was on our side today. All right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for your glimpse into coaching, this crazy little thing that we do. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Christina Rodriguez. I know it says right here, Christina Delgado. I'm just borrowing this service from my coach. Yes, I have a coach also, because we wanted to all come in here at the same time for you tonight to talk to you about what it is that we do, how we do it, how we earn, what this whole coaching situation is about. So we wanted to give you not only the glimpse into fitness, but also into business, because I'm sure you see us posting about the transformations and our workouts, but we really wanted to share this opportunity with you because we know what a blessing this is. So before I begin, it was really scary for the person who invited you to invite you to come watch this tonight. So I want you to thank that person who invited you, because they did see something in you, whether it's the part of the fitness part, whether it is the perhaps the discount that they think that you could take advantage of, or even the business and coaching. They saw something in you that perhaps you haven't seen in yourself just yet. But once this call is over, I have a feeling you might have that little flutter in you to go ahead and say, well, maybe this is for me. So thank you so much for taking some time out of your Thursday night to join us and have fun with us and take the time to listen. So I think I already introduced myself. My name is Christina Rodriguez, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about my story and how I ended up here in this situation as a coach myself. Oh, this scared me here. It's another chair, sorry. So I started back in 2014. I was dealing with adrenal fatigue. I was sick and tired of who I looked at and in the mirror. I was unhappy with who I was. I was no longer that confident Christina that I used to know. And I just was a shell of my person, of myself. And in December of 2014, I saw an infomercial for T25. And I asked my husband to buy me that program for Christmas. He said no. I said, if you buy me anything else, I won't use the gift card. I'll return the clothes. I won't put anything else that you buy for me to use. So guess what? He ended up buying me T25. I won. So yes, in the middle of the holidays, I pressed play on my first workout. December 17th, I started and I began my transformation with T25. Now, the funny thing about me is that I am a skeptic. I will question, and I think rightly so at that point, because I had tried the pills, the potions, the plastic wrap around my body because I thought that would work, the cayenne pepper juice, all the different things that they had out there for those quick fixes, right? My body was not having it. I was like, okay, none of these things work. I had tried shakes, 2 shakes a day, 3 shakes, whatever I needed to do. So I thought all the shakes were the same, and I didn't want the Shakeology. 3 weeks into the program, everybody else who was drinking Shakeology lost weight, and yours truly gained weight. So I said, okay, maybe there's something to the shake that everybody else is drinking. So with my tail between my legs, I went to my coach, and she was very loving, and she was very patient. And I told her, okay, I think I need to drink this shake thing. And she said, okay, great. You can start drinking the Shakeology. Do you want the discount with it? I said, okay, I might as well drink this stuff, and I might as well drink it at a discount. So I decided to start off as a discount coach, is what we call it. And I told her, do not talk to me about this opportunity. I want nothing to do with this opportunity. She didn't say anything to me. 2 weeks later, my husband cornered me in the kitchen and said, I don't know how we're going to pay these bills this month. And I said, oh my gosh. In those 2 weeks, I had watched other coaches retire from their positions, cover aftercare costs for their children, pay for groceries, take care of certain things that I was like, okay, well, maybe I can take care of the groceries. I was a teacher back then. My salary is capped. There was no way I was going to do anything extra that took, that wasn't going to take time away from my family. And I said, okay, surely I can make $150 to cover at least the groceries so that I never see that fear in my husband's eyes again. So I went after it. And long story short, here I am 5 years later, and I've been able to build an organization. I have been able to come home to my family, and it kind of happened in a strange way. Our team grew, and a few years in, my mom was diagnosed with lung cancer, and my husband and I had a serious heart-to-heart, and we made the decision that it was important for me to be there for her 100% of the time, to take her to doctor's appointments and to radiation appointments and everything that she needed. And I took care of her for a full year, and a year to the date that she was diagnosed, she passed away. I gotta hold it together for a sec. And that was the most difficult thing that I have ever gone through. I see my girls' faces here and they give me peace. But I was able to get through it because of my team, because of my sisters, because of my coaches, because of my clients, because of everybody that was supporting me and loving on me with this community. And after her passing, my husband and I decided that what was best for our family and what we kind of indirectly experienced and saw was that my home, where I should be, is home. His business was doing great, and our house was running smoothly. Like, everything was just great. So we made the decision where I would do this side gig full time. So look at that. Full skeptic turned 100% believer, and I can't shut up about it. So you are welcome. Before I send it off to Adri, now that you know a little bit more about me, and before I send it off to Adri, I just want to get your mindset in the right place. I know that you can take what you hear tonight and you can think about a million different things as to why this is not for you. It could be that there's no way you can do this, that you're not meant to do this. You don't have the right physique. You don't have the six-pack. I still don't have a six-pack. You don't have any time. You don't have the transformation. There can be a million and one things that are going through your mind that you're thinking already, oh my God, you're just shutting this down. What I want, and what I'm asking you to do, and what I want to encourage you to do right now, is to quiet that noise. And I want you to listen with an open mind and an open heart, because when you open your mind to something that's out of the box, where you allow yourself to dream again, that's kind of sparks something in you to say, you know what, maybe I can do this. Maybe what I am missing is the community of these women that I see so constantly online. Maybe, I do want to have an extra income stream coming in without taking so much time from my family. Allow yourself to dream. Think about a number in your mind. For me, it was $150 to pay for groceries. Maybe for you, it's $50. Maybe it's $100. Just think of that and how this opportunity can change and transform and help you get to that point. So with that said, I want to send it off to Adri so she can share her story and how she got started with this coaching gig as well. Go ahead, Adri.
Hello, everyone. Had to put on my eyes because then I can't see. Oh, you can't hear me?
I could hear you.
You can hear me? Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
I had to put on my eyes because then I can't see anything. Well, first of all, just to piggyback off of Christina, welcome. And yes, it takes a lot of courage, I guess, to rip that Band-Aid and go out there and invite people to our world. And what a world it is, right? If any of you saw that I just got off a trip that I earned because of helping people. So that in itself was amazing. Anyway, my name is Adriana Menendez. I have been in the business a little over 2 years now. And I think there's so many pivotal moments in my life that led me to becoming a coach, but I'm going to condense that as much as I can. I'm a mother of 2 children. I have one of my daughters is autistic, and that was the beginning of the change of my life, the trajectory of my life. And that was, I opened up a preschool back in 2009. So we are recently celebrating 10 years in our preschool. During that course of my journey, I began to have a lot of anxiety attacks. I began to have panic attacks. Was it because I was turning 40? Was it because I was turning 38? I'm sorry, 38. I don't know. Just everything changed in my body. And the doctor came to me and said to me, have you made an appointment with yourself? After doing all these tests and realizing nothing is wrong with me, it was just anxiety and panic attacks. He asked me the question, do you make an appointment with yourself? Of course, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he very quickly said, what do you do for yourself? What activities do you do? And I said, nothing. I don't go to the gym. I don't run. I don't do anything. I do my hair and I do my nails. That's my appointments. So he challenged me and he said, I want you from this point on to dedicate 30 minutes a day to yourself. And he told me, is your business going to fall apart if you dedicate 30 minutes a day to yourself? I said, well, no, I guess not. And that's what I did. That was me turning 39 years old. In the course of that, I joined the YMCA. If anybody has ever been to the YMCA, is the most non-motivating scenario in the face of this earth. And not to discredit age, but here's this young girl, and it's just, you know, it's a lot of senior citizens, which is a beautiful thing, but it was just like, I didn't want to be there. So whatever. Long story short, my fitness journey took off. 30 minutes a day was the longest 30 minutes of my life. I started meeting other people that were fit. I started meeting all kinds of trainers and spending more money and doing TRX and spending more money. So here goes Adriana and joins a gym, gets a $600 meal plan and a $300 training session. Woo! $900 in the hole from day one. That journey in that lifestyle lasted 5 years. I became a bikini competitor, something never in my life did I ever even fathom of doing. But it became addicting, and I wanted to look better, and I wanted to look better, and I wanted to look better. There's no, like, for at least for me, I was 100% natural. There's other people in the industry that went other courses and took shortcuts. Within those 5 years that I dedicated 5 and 7 hours a day to a gym, my family did this. There was a huge void in my family life. I didn't recognize myself. It was about me. It was about me feeling better. It was about me being on a stage. It was about my meal plan. It was about me having to go to the gym, and regardless of, that's my daughter, sorry. And me, she totally threw me off. And me not, you know, just not being there for them. It all had to revolve around me. I lost a whole summer because I was competing, not doing anything with my children. So it became a very selfish world. And aside from being a selfish world, it became a very toxic world. I was judged. At 113 pounds, I was judged that my legs were too big. I was judged because I had cellulite. I was judged because I didn't have abs or my abs didn't come out enough. Well, at that time, I'm 44 years old and I have 2 children. You get what you get, you know? So it became a very toxic world. And I don't know, I honestly cannot tell you when that switch flipped for me. And I said, enough is enough. And I remember my husband back in 2014 doing P90X, me laughing at him saying, you're in a garage doing plyometrics. Who are you? And laughing and all stuff. And I had every program. I bought all the DVDs because while I was competing, I would do the hip hop abs or I would do the core to 4 because that would give me that extra look. And I would work out at home on my own time, but never dedicating or did I know anything about it. Come 2017, one of the coaches, my coach now, our coach, put a message out on Facebook. I don't remember what it was. The point is that it just struck a nerve. It struck a nerve and I answered her. And within seconds, I received a message to meet her that she wanted to talk to me. And I went out of a knee-jerk reaction and feeling this guilt that I was letting down my gym family that I spent money on. It was more of a debt than anything. And, you know, this a little bit of a guilt. So I met with her, scariest moment of my life. She scared the crap out of me. She was intimidating. I wouldn't look at her eyes because, you know, I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Am I doing this thing? Am I doing this thing? Why am I doing this? So long story short, I signed up as a coach and I said, okay, now what? You know, I have a business. Why do I want to do this? Why did Adriana, who owned a business, who felt I feel I was successful, or I am successful, why did this call my attention? Because of the community, because of what I saw, constant FOMO, all these people getting together and happy 24/7. You know, I wanted that because I had RBF 24/7. You know, because they took away my carbs, they depleted me of water, they budgeted my leg was 13 inches, you know, around, and I wore size 000 clothing. I still got judged. So, you know, I said, there has to be an outlet. So now in this business, see this smile? It's on 24/7. See these women? They give me so much power to go out there and talk to you about this feeling that I cannot explain, but only feel. It's a wow. It's a wow factor for me, you know, that I can feel so good, that I can pay it forward, that I can help so many women and men lead a healthy and fulfilling life, and I get paid for it. Mind blown, right? So that, you know, I said, you know what, this is it. So here I am, and I do this part-time. I do still work at the preschool. I'm not an absent owner, and I find my pockets of time to fill this in. Why? Because I want it. Because it fills my cup every single day. And I don't care that I reach out to you and I invite you and you tell me no. I don't care. I made a connection with somebody. And tomorrow it might not be a no. Tomorrow you say, you know what, let me just listen to you. You know? And I get it. I get it. Sometimes this is not for everybody. And sometimes people say, I'm not going to post all day long. I never posted all day long. I was in a gym for 5 years and never once did you ever really see a picture of me at a gym. It's just, you know, you saw my competition picture, that the end result, but not the process. So, you know, what I say to you is never, how do I word this? Don't ever think that it's not for someone. Just because you're looking at a profile and they look successful and they look happy because they're a dentist, they're not fulfilled. Don't ever think that this cannot catch someone's attention, because it caught my attention. And it was simply a sentence that she said. And that's all it took. She said a story and she caught my attention. Not to mention that I was miserable, but you know, she caught my attention. So in the gist of it, this business just, if there's anything that I can tell you from it, it just fills my soul. And I know it can do it for you and for so many out there that want to be home with their children, that want to have that extra time, that want to have that extra income just to go on little vacations. You know, I want that extra income. I want to buy that damn Louis Vuitton. I'll get it one day, but I want it. You know what I mean? So it's just little things. And it's not a goal, it's growth. This to me is just continued growth, mind, body, and soul. It's a full package. And why you're not part of this, I don't know, but you should be with us.
Love
I'm gonna throw it now to Susie.
Before we throw it down to Susie, there's a couple of things, Adri, that like, it totally, when you were speaking and when Amanda came in behind you, you talked about how you were in the gym for so many hours, working out, working on your physique, and just focusing 100% on your health, what you thought was focusing on your health. But in all that time, so much time was taken away from your family. And just seeing Amanda cross behind you, I was like, our kids are involved in our business. We do these workouts. My kids will peek into my garage and like, oh, you're working out. Okay, I'll come back. Or mom, I need you when you're finished. We do this around our families. We work this business in pockets of time. There are days my daughter is sitting next to me and she's reading for her 30 minutes a night, and I'm working on the computer chatting with women who are looking for a solution. So I think it's so important to point that out, because we're not doing something extra outside of the home. I know so many people who have second and third jobs and they are away from their family, and there's somebody else putting their babies to sleep. There's somebody else feeding their babies, you know, dinner at night. And when I say babies, I mean babies, 10, 17, 18-year-old kids, they're your babies, right? And this is something that you can do in your pockets of time around your family. I thought that was so powerful, Adrienne. I think that was just something to just really reiterate, because I thought it was such an important point, you know, that you had so many things, you know, so many hours in the gym, and now look at you, you're working, and your kids are even comfortable enough to join us on the sneak peek, you know? I thought that was so powerful. So with all that said, let's toss it over to Susie, who's going to talk to you more about what coaches do. What do we do? Is it just selfies all day and taking, you know, and working out? So Susie's going to talk more about that and go a little bit deeper into what we do as coaches. Go ahead, honey.
Hi, my name is Suzette Solares. My friends call me Susie, and I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. So a little backstory, just so that you understand a little bit about me. Well, first off, I'm a wife and I'm a mommy to 2 boys. I'm also a substitute at their school. But I used to be a paralegal, and I decided to stay home when I had my kids. That was my dream. And I got very lonely being at home all day. I just got very caught up with the house. And so my story kind of starts there because I started to gain a lot of weight, even though throughout my life I had struggled a little bit with weight. Being a dancer, I was always very like aware of, you know, what I looked like. But I think that after I became a mom, my body just really changed in ways that I never thought it would. And so one day I decided to start running, thinking that the running was going to get me in shape. But of course, after I ran, because I didn't have good nutritional habits, then I was just eating all the wrong foods, not losing weight, and just thinking to myself, what am I doing wrong? So one day on social media, I had a girl befriend me who I had no idea who she was. And when I saw that we had a mutual friend, I asked about her and she said, "Oh, yeah, girl, you can befriend her. I've known her all my life." So I did. And she caught my attention because she was always very happy, like Adriana said. And she was thriving in her marriage, she was thriving as a mom. And I just like wanted what she had because I did it. I was at the time suffering from a lot of anxiety. I was also becoming very depressed, being alone at home, and I was sleep deprived. So I noticed that my anxiety just got worse and worse. And I noticed as well that I was emotionally eating and I was binge eating. And so after stalking this girl for a year and just watching, like many of you do, not having the courage to say, I really want in, after a year, I finally gave in and I just sent her a message and I just said one sentence. I said, "All right, you got me." And she wrote back and laughed and she's like, "All right, let's do it." So we met, told me all about our phenomenal programs because they're tools to get us started and they're tools that you could use and implement them as a lifestyle. I went all in and I just said, okay. And so once I went all in and I got results and I lost weight and I felt amazing, I too wanted to shout it from the rooftops. So I started posting on social media, and right away I started getting a lot of people say, "Hey, Susie, what are you doing? You look great. You look like if you feel great." And my coach, which is who I was talking for years, said, "You really should just become a coach and just get paid for what you're doing because in the end, you're helping so many people." She's like, "I'm seeing all the comments and I'm seeing the likes." And I said, "Yes." And I'm having conversations. So I did become a coach. And as I became a coach, I started helping a lot of people. And I've been a coach now for 3.5 years. And I have to say that one of my favorite things about being a coach is the community as well. Um, as Adriana said, these girls give me life. My own team gives me purpose. And so, I wake up every morning and I say, wow, I am so privileged to do what I do because I literally get up every day and I am able to enjoy my job, help people become healthy and fit, change their lives, all while I'm working on myself, not only physically, but mentally. And I get to actually enjoy. Like, I chose this job. I chose to say yes to coaching. It's not like a job that you're like, well, I'm just working it to get the paycheck. So there's so much passion and fuel that goes into that that makes you just want to really like, hustle hard. And then with that, the outcome is creating a life by design and really just creating all the memories that you want, all the while doing life with the people that you most like by your side. So it's a beautiful thing. So a lot of people say, well, what do coaches do? Do you take selfies all day, like Christy said? And no, we don't. But yes, sharing is also part of what we do. So first off, I am going to share that being proof of the products is our number one kind of like the thing that we say really coaches should do. Because what happens is it's almost like a natural effect where you get involved with the program, you get your results, so you're already being proof of the products that they work. So by doing that, you're going to inspire others to also get started and get healthy or get fit or maybe get off meds by drinking our superfood Shakeology. There's a lot that goes to that, but being proof of the product is number one. Number two is inviting. And with that inviting comes taking the selfies, sharing it on social media, and then having connections with other people and actually saying, hey, would you like to join me? So it is a real invite. It is a real, thing that we do to say, listen, you're going to regret not jumping on board now because once you do it, it's almost like if you're like, I wish I would have started earlier. Because if I could turn back time, my gosh, I wish I could tell 17-year-old Susie back then to do this at that time. So inviting is part of what we do. So that's where the selfies come in, and getting together with our, sister coaches, we work out together. All that community is what fuels us to keep asking people to join us. And with that comes, that's where you see like the pictures and all that kind of stuff. So that's our number 2. Number 3 is personal development. And this is probably one of the most important ones because a lot of people suffer from mental illness. And if you're not good here, then the physical body really just doesn't even follow, So I love that our company allows us to work on our mind and on ourselves first. That personal development is a form of growing yourself. And even with the events that we go to, I just heard that the other day, that the events that they host and we attend, it is personal development because they're training us. We're growing as a leader, as an individual in so many ways. So the personal development is very important, but that's another thing that we actually really work on. And the 4th thing that we do is we recognize great work, right? Because what does that recognition do? Number 1, it fills your cup, right? And it's almost like a pat on the back, good job. But what does that fuel? Like, what does that do? It fuels you to keep going. And when other people are recognized, more people see exactly what it is that they're accomplishing. And the things that we've seen in this company, it's just, there are no words. I mean, these programs and this lifestyle really changes lives. It saves lives. I mean, the beauty of this is that there's so many of us and we're all different. We all come from different walks of life. We all suffer different things. Like I said, I suffer from anxiety, emotional eating, binge eating. Everybody has their own story, their own mess. But when you take that mess and you turn it into your message, then that's what really a coach does. And you inspire others to do great. So a few things I just want to mention about, what we do as well is, number 1, we use our workout programs to obviously get started and just take us through our own journey. We also have a superfood shake that is phenomenal. And the reason why I say that is because if you do the research of the ingredients that are in there, they really are very powerful. They're organic. And our mission is that every bag is exactly the promise that they preach, which is a superfood that, filled with the nutrients that our bodies really need. And it's almost like it fills the gaps of, the things that we're not getting out of our food, our crappy food, because a lot of times we know that so much food is filled with pesticides and hormones and all that stuff. So we have this great tool that helps us to just have real quality of life because we're fueling our bodies best. We also have a portion control system, which is a portion fix. I know you've heard it different ways, and it just basically teaches us how to eat properly based on macronutrients, which is really important because if you don't know how to eat, remember, nutrition is what makes a difference not only with the way your body looks, but your energy, your moods, just all of that. It's all combined, right? We also host challenge groups. Now you might be thinking, well, what is a challenge group? A challenge group is a group where we as coaches help others get results. And that's where you kind of like build your fit family. And you basically, it's beautiful because it's a private app where it's a safe place. It's like a no judgment zone, and you get to celebrate victories. You get to talk about struggles. You get to provide a lot of motivation on mindset, inspiration. You give recipes, you give tips, you talk about books, all that good stuff. So that's another tool that we have that we make sure to just implement that into our daily job and our daily tasks. I talked about the app. We also have for new coaches something called the Diesel Nation Academy. And it's great training. It's these systems that have been created so that we are never we're never like left out almost. It's almost like if here you go, you have the training, you know what you need to do, so go out there and do your thing. So it's not like if you're just thrown and say, figure it out. We have support systems. Another thing that also that we do is we have a Facebook private team page where we talk about questions, we look for solutions to problems, we recognize as well, we bounce off ideas. All that stuff is just, again, knowing that you're not alone in the business. And that's a big part to coaching because it is something that is way bigger than us, way bigger than us. And with that also comes, obviously, the network provides training with a back office, and it shows you exactly your income and how your team is doing. And the most important thing is that, you know, you really get your team going. So you almost become a leader, not almost, you actually do. And you just teach other coaches or your, you know, your downline, your team, to do the same thing you're doing, so that we could reach the masses, because that is really the goal. Obviously, we can't do it alone. So that's why we invite, so that the more people that, you know, collaborate in this vision and mission, which is beautiful, then the more people and the more lives we get to change. So that in a nutshell is what coaches do. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope that my story resonated with some of you. But for the technical people that, or the you know, the people that look for the technical little details, there you go. That's kind of like what we do in a nutshell.
Perfect. Thank you, Susie, so much. That's such an awesome description of what we do. And we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun doing it. And you're never ever, we laugh literally all day, every day. And we have a group chat together, and our teams are hilarious, and we have our, you know, accountability. And it's just so, it really is a lot of fun when you find your sisters. Listen, there's something powerful in that. So thank you, Susie, so much. And listen, I wanted to make a comment about personal development, how important it is. I used to make fun of my husband for reading personal development. I said, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you doing that? And when I started coaching, that's when I started reading personal development. And I can tell you 100%, with 100% certainty, that the reason why, you know, people would tell me, oh, you're so strong with, you know, everything that happened with my mom, and, you know, grieving my mom. I'm certain that because of the amount of personal development and reading, you know, things to strengthen my mind and really empower myself, and just to help me go through those emotions, that I think is what helped me kind of rise from those ashes, and really just use it and flip it, you know, and use it for good. So such a great point with personal development, that our job requires us to do that, like to read books, to listen to Audible. I mean, how awesome is that? Okay, so are y'all still with me? I'm going to talk to you now about how we make money as coaches. So at the beginning of the call, I asked you to think about a number in your mind that would make a difference for you. For me, it was $150, because at that time, that's how much I was spending in groceries. And now that's a very different number, because I have a 17-year-old son who eats just as much as the four of us put together. So that number has obviously increased. But $150 was my magic number. And I just wanted to cover the groceries. So when I started sharing my journey, I was talking about T25, and I was just posting pictures of my progress, because I was just so proud of what my body had done by following a 25-minute program and doing it in the garage. Like, I put a DVD in, I pressed play, I worked out for 25 minutes, I followed the meal plan, I drank my shake, and I was losing weight. It was incredible. At the end of that program, I lost 10 pounds, 10 and a half inches, and people started asking me what I was doing. And it was so cool. When I received my first paycheck, I received an envelope in the mail. It was $29.99. I was so excited because it was tangible. It was real. I said, hold on. I made money by helping somebody do the same thing I started like 6 weeks ago. Okay, I need to know more about that. So, you know, it will increase from there. So I'm going to give you the basic descriptions of how we make money. There's a lot more that goes into it, and that's something that we can discuss during your training. When you do get started as a coach, we do help you understand it more. So the first way that you make money is through commissions. And that's by helping people. That's by inviting them to join you into your group to do the fitness program that you're doing as well. It's a lot more fun to do fitness with friends, right? Because you can kind of complain when you're really sore. Like, we're all really, really sore. Our legs are dying right now, but we laugh about it. We know how good that is, because we know our booties are lifting and our thighs are getting tight. So we know it's all good. And it's so much more fun to encourage each other when you know it's your friends, right? So you'll make a 25% commission off all of your sales. And as a coach, you will you save 25% on all your products. I'm all about the savings. So, I mean, that's a win-win right there. So you'll earn 25% off of your sales, and you'll have a savings of 25% off of all your products. Now, what's also really cool is we have something called challenge packs, and some of you have already started with that, with a challenge pack or a combo pack, where it includes your Shakeology or your performance line products, which is your Energize and your post-workout shake, plus your Beachbody On Demand. That's what we call a challenge pack, and you earn about approximately 33%, depending on the package that your customer decides to start with. But that's another, that's a way to earn income as well. The second way to earn income is by building your team. And what's really cool about that is that the company rewards you a percentage of what your team is working towards. You all are kind of working together. You're all in the trenches. You're all putting in effort. And because you're leading this team of rock stars, of other coaches who are just passionate about helping other people, the company is going to reward you a percentage, not from their pay, because they're going to get their own pay, but the company will send you a percentage of that to put in your pocket. How awesome is that? Because everybody's excited and sharing their journey, right? How awesome is that? The third way is through subscriptions. So subscriptions would be like we just came out with the Ultimate Portion Fix. So you would earn a 50% commission off of subscriptions, Beachbody On Demand. Any kind of subscription that we have, you will earn 50% of that. So there's money to be made, my girls. There's money to be made. And the last one is bonuses. And this happens when you start growing a team and those coaches start growing teams. You'll earn certain ranks, and we have our ranks are gems. So we have emerald and ruby and diamond, and then from then on you can become multiple star diamond. And when you reach certain ranks, you earn bonuses that the company they have a pool that they'll put a percentage of money into this pool, and at the end of each quarter, if you're at that rank, you're going to receive a piece of that bonus. And some of these bonuses are really, really nice. So when you start growing a substantial team and your organization is booming and doing great, you're going to earn those bonuses. So the income potential is there. And I know I gave you very, very like the gist, because there's a lot of math involved in it. And I don't want to confuse you, because it's important just to know how you would make income, and there's actually more ways to make income, and that's something you would discuss when you get started with your coach. The income potential is there. Now, there's some people who are just comfortable with sharing the products and wanting to sell the products, and they have no interest in building a team. That's awesome too, because that way, you're helping people get started, and you're also making your commission. Now, there's others like Adri and Susie and myself and other coaches who have decided to build teams and build organizations, because we know that with that growth, it's not only blessing your family, but it's blessing the families of those coaches who are also building teams. So it's a win-win with either direction that you choose to go. So the income potential is there. You just need to do the work. This is, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is a job. You do want to set your hours, and some people have more time than others. Adri mentioned that she works in pockets of time. I have set hours that I work as well. Even though I am home, I still have a home to run. Susie, the same thing. She has a home to manage and to run, and little boys to take care of. And, we have families that we work around. But when you do the work and you really just focus work in pockets of time, you can create the income that you have envisioned in your mind for yourself. And it can be the $50 a week, or it can be $100 a week. That's up to you, and it can either grow or stay where you want it to stay. That's all up to you. So that's how we make money, and that's how we earn an income as coaches. So with that said, I think I spoke really, really fast because I had to take a really deep breath. I hope you all got that. Sorry. I also want to respect your time, because I know it's getting late. It's already 9:45. So I want to respect your time. But I want to wrap this up now. At the beginning of this call, I asked you to have an open mind and to dream. And I'm hoping that one of our stories resonated with you, that one of our stories helped you to see the possibilities of what this opportunity can bring to you. I mean, Adri just came back from a 5-day cruise on Royal Caribbean on Beachbody's dime. She earned that by helping other people. I've earned a cruise too. I went 2 years ago, but baseball is law in my house. My son's a baseball player, so we couldn't go on the cruise this year. But I'll be in Punta Cana next year, that's for sure. I have my room reserved and everything. So you earn trips. You can dream again. You have amazing friendships with girls and with women and men. I'm not going to exclude you, but you find really amazing connections with people. Our husbands are now friends. They have their own text thread. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the bromance is real, my friends. So not only are we partners in this, not only are we coach sisters as we talk about, but we have become close friends. We really are a family when it comes to this. So allow yourself to dream, allow yourself to really say, oh my gosh, I remember when I was a kid and I would dream that I wanted to do this and I wanted to do that. Guys, it's not limited to children. We can dream also. And the beauty of this is that we have the power to control that. We have the power to make our dreams come true because we have this opportunity that will allow us to do that. So join us.
That's right.
Join us. So here's what I want you to do. Here's what I'm asking and encouraging you to do is to talk to the coach who invited you on this call. Reach out to them. Tell them what you loved about this call, what it is that reached you, what touched you, what was something that stood out for you, and they will help you choose the best option for you, whether it's to start off as a coach, whether it's to start off for just a discount on the Shakeology. There is an option for you. Now, there's some of you that are like, whatever, okay, I heard you girls, it's all good. Well, you know what? Coaching may not be for you, or it may not be something you're looking at just yet. But how about get started with a fitness program? How about you get yourself healthy? Summer's right around the corner and you'll have a lot of fun in our challenge groups because we have just as much fun in our challenge groups as well. So there are different options for all of you on the call. Definitely reach out back out to the coach who invited you to the call, and they'll give you all the options and they'll give you all the details about what it takes to get started and what comes next. Is there anything else you girls want to add?
No, just, I think we all summed it up pretty well. And guys, this is a business. You are the CEO of this platform. Yeah. You can reach for the stars or you can stay level, however you choose. And Susie was talking about how we post on social media. I have friends tell me you post too much. I don't care because I am the storefront of my business.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with any business, this is the marketing platform that we use, social media, and it's free. It's free. It's free, guys.
That's the business owner who knows how much marketing is for a business.
Thank you.
Right?
And you know how much this business cost me? $160. Don't ask me what my daycare cost me. Don't. Because it's true.
Yeah.
So that investment is priceless.
Awesome. All right. So it is 9:50. We will leave you with all of that information, but definitely get back to the coach who invited you to this call. And I am looking forward to your collage because we're all about celebrating everybody, letting us know that you made the decision to join our team and to get started with us. With that said, everybody have an amazing Thursday night. Have a great one. Bye.
Bye, guys.